Hey guys, welcome back to the LPP Create Guide, and today I'm going to be starting another new level, yes! But if I get another request to do the other series, then I'll get back to doing those. But what I want you to do straight away in every single video and whenever, inbox me your levels, because I'm going to be doing a series where I basically play through your levels and just play them. So send those in to, send them the lbp.me links, mainly LittleBigPlanet 2 levels, LittleBigPlanet 1 as well, obviously, and we'll see where we go from there. So first things first, I'm going to explain a bit about what the level is. It's going to be kind of a, I'm going to try and stress as much as I can into this, because I want to put so much detail in it, it's crazy. And I know I've probably said this about 1 billion times to you already, but this is going to be different. You gotta believe me this time. It's going to be an RPG, but not the top-down RPG that we're used to. Basically, what we're going to be doing is making an RPG which is using Sackbots. Now that sounds crazy, right? Well, it's not that crazy. I'm going to start off by creating the Sackbots themselves, basics of the Sackbots themselves. I don't want to go into full detail straight away because that will take all day, and excuse me, I'm a little rusty on this game. I haven't really played it that much. So the basic idea is not to have a set place you need to go. There's going to be like a dungeons that you can explore and get materials for weapons and all that other stuff. But it's going to take quite some time, so if you're ready. So first things first, let's just go with a basic Sackbot. No facial expression, not bothered, whatever. We need a basic guy, actually. I think we need something that's stripped down, nothing that's got like a massive sword or anything. I've probably got some people somewhere that I could go through. But I think for now we shall go with... Oh, I'm going to spend all day doing this now. We'll just go with a basic Sackbot for now. We'll just go switch him to the normal material, so we've got something to look upon. We'll go with the sticker panel and put it on the small grid just to get it about that. And then on the sticker panel, we're going to do what we should do and place a controllinator. And now it's awkwardly shaped, so I'm going to have to make it a bit bigger so it actually fits in the middle because my OCD is telling me to do so. Yes, so this is going to be a transmitter. Just put it on blue, it doesn't matter. Radius 10. All players, that's pretty much it. I think side mounted, doesn't really matter because it's going to be invisible anyway. And put the back plate thingy on invisible. And do the same with the controllinator. So that's not visible in the gameplay as well. I should probably just decrease it on this as well, otherwise it'll look silly. Look very silly. Right, so what I'm going to do is actually have the controllinator above the Sackbot. And I know it sounds a bit weird, but I guess it makes it out of the way and it's easier to sort out and such. So, along with that then, what we're going to need to do is get some more sticker panel, go onto the smaller grid, and it's not going to be in the middle, so whatever, let's just go, let's do it manually, and go along here, like so, and then go with, ooh, where are you, you bugger, there you are, I missed you, mate, and we'll get the old trusty microchip. So if you have any questions, just ask in the comments, and rather than doing it in a video, say someone comes across it, I think it's better to do it that way. Or on Twitter at LPPCreateGuide. Anyway, first things we need to do with this is put a form of follower on it. So the follower goes here. It's not going to follow players, it's going to follow the Sackbot. Put it at 100%. In-out movement, no. Full acceleration. Disable the minimum completely. And maximum could be whatever you dream. So let's just put it as that. Trigger angle, full, blue tag, and there we go. So that's pretty much all we need on that for now. We'll go back to it in a bit. And here is the Sackbots microchip. So in here we're going to put a tag in, blue tag, as we did before. and hopefully that means that then this will follow the Sackbot's blue tag. Just to double check everything. Yeah, there we go. You saw it dodge then when I actually let go, because I forgot that. So that's now following the Sackbot. So the Sackbot can't move because we have a transmitter, but he's not receiving anything, so we should get to doing that. I know this process seems very old, but it's a very valuable process that you need to learn. Yes. So copy this one if you need to, or just place a new one, move it out of the way. And what we're going to put is a receiver. So it's going to receive a blue signal and does not override the Sackbot. And then we're going to get another one, and this is where it's going to be like, why are you doing that? And I'll explain why in a second. So this is going to override the Sackbot, and let's just say, ooh, can't think now, let's just have it on none, no, and see how that goes. So if you will get into the control native with me, there you go, and if we were to press left or right, this one would show that it's being activated wirelessly, receiving from the other, as you can see there. So they're both pretty much in sync. Thank you, LittleBigPlanet logic. So that means basically that then now that we have these activating when we press buttons wirelessly, even if we were a million miles away from the Sackbot, we can detect the inputs and we can set them to what we want. So if we wanted to, we could make triangle jump. Crazy, right? No, it's not really crazy, but anyway, we'll allow the basic left and right movement. We'll allow the up and down movement. So you put it in the top, the opposite angle of where you'd usually go, because that's the input rather than the output. And I'm not sure about jumps yet, so we'll save that for a bit later. Grabbing, we could keep the basic grab, I believe would be fine. Yeah, go on then. We'll go with the basic grab. And we'll see if we want to change that into future, because we can. So basically now the Sackbot can go left, right, backwards and forwards. Press R1 and currently can't jump because we have it disabled, and X is here not plugged in with anything. So this the basics sorted after about 7 minutes, and I said I'm going to take my time, but it seems that I'm doing it quite quick actually. Right, let's go with the next step. Let me just put that in the middle, OCD. I think that's the middle. I can't tell. Never mind. We'll go next with some of the... Right, we need to come up with an idea, basically. The idea is I want to maybe have a Poppet style menu, or would have something else. I think something close, but not exactly the same as the Poppet. I think that'd be pretty fine. I don't want to go full screen inventory, or do I? We'll see. We'll see. We will see. So the way we're going to record attacks is by actually using, the recording, options on the Sackbot. As you can see there, that's in the default position. We can actually record, body movements of the Sackboy, which means it's pretty darn cool. So what we'll do is we'll get a couple of those ready to set up. So we want to copy the basic thing over. We don't have to. We could go back into the Poppet and collect one from there, but we're lazy. And then what we're going to do is get a one-shot switch, which is a counter on 1. Or if you've got a custom-made one, you can use that as well. And we will make that do a move. So there are multiple ways we can make it do a move, and what I think we're going to do is come up with a method in where you would press 2 buttons at the same time. It would cause a different move. So if I press square, it's going to do a basic move. If I press, I don't know, square and right on the D-pad, it'll do something different. We'll come up with methods to do it, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So this is going to be the activation of square. Let's just say it's going to be square is going to be the attack button. So what we should do is take that from here directly from the receiver. Don't put it through this Sackbot. Just go straight from that to that. That basically means it won't. If it had a Poppet, it wouldn't interfere with that Poppet, which it doesn't. But whatever, doesn't matter. So we'll go with the basic one again here, and we can go with, where are you? So this is where you set it to act. So act is what we want to do. We want it to do an attack on the enemy. So we'll go with one shot, play once. Can we get play once? Yeah, we'll just play once. Just have it like that. And then we'd go to record. So now we've got to come up with an idea for a move that we want to do. And I'll just set up the rest of the logic while I think about that. So what we need to do is get the one-shot switch, and when the I swore, I apologise. When you get the one-shot switch, plug it into the timer will go off and then reset itself, and the one-shot switch. It's going to be a count up, so it's activated. It is activated. We'll go with 4 seconds for now. We don't know how long the move's going to be as of yet. So if we go to preview, just to clear all those things out of the way, and we'll come up with a move. So I'm useless with this, but I can't think now. We're going to do something with the arms. I think that would be a good idea. Yeah. It'll probably be wise when actually doing the moves to do it in a different Sackbot because of the way we've set that up. So we'll separate that for a minute, and we'll just, yeah, whatever. Oh, are we in preview? No, we're not. I thought we were in preview because we could see the thing ahead of it. Anyhow, we'll get rid of this, this, and this. We'll copy this. Not going to make it exactly the same, because what we're going to do is make it so this is a receiver of purple and this is a transmitter of purple, just so it doesn't conflict with the current one we have set up over here. Now then, that one's not going to follow the other player, but that's fine. We can still control every single movement, which is what we need because we want to use the arms in our attacks. So obviously we need controls of the arms. So what we need to do is make a copy of you, and obviously go to act, and this is where we can record. So I just want to come up with a move idea now. So I think we'll do some kind of slam thing. I think that'd be pretty cool. It's not massively crazy, but it's one thing we could do. So let's go with that. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. Well, that went well. So I think we'll go with that. No, that was terrible. So if we go jump and bang, and there'll be an explosion when we hit the fourth floor. So don't worry about that. So now we've got that move, we can copy it across and replace the other one with that, if I can get it right. No, you don't want to. Have we got it? No. Okay, well, what we're going to have to do is unplug it from here. I can't even get it. Just unplug it from there and put it in the next one, in the different one. So because we're going to be having an impact when we hit the ground, we'll be doing the basics of that in a second. First things first, what we need to do is actually try that. So disable pop hit first, that would be a good idea. So disable, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I can't read. Yes. Disable pop it. There we go, got there in the end. If we press square, will it jump and then go boom, and then it'll reset? What? Don't do that, you bloody fool. You bloody fool! Because what we want to do is do it on a play once. Okay, so it's played once. So we have it so it resets after 4 seconds. So what I want to do is make it reset to the default when it's done. To actually make this a bit tidier, I think what we'll do, well, we'll do it eventually when we need to get to it, but for now we only need one reset. But yeah, so if we press square, because it's actually taking much. Oh, yeah. Okay, it will work now. So if we press square, it will jump, dive, and then there'll be an explosion. What I do need to check though is that the timer is perfectly timed. Otherwise we'll have issues. So we can knock a couple of seconds off that. So let's go down to 1.5 and see what we get with that. Now we'll go back to... Let's just go back to 2 seconds. It doesn't really make that much difference, but we can fine-tune it at a later date. Right, so what I want it to do is get some sticker panel, and I want to get some narrow ovals, and I want to go like this, and then I want to go like that. Not like that, because that looks rubbish. I want to go... Ooh, come on. I think if we go back a bit more... Yeah. It looks wonky. Right, so what we'll just go back a bit like this. Yeah, that's fine. So that's perfectly circle. And we'll go with a bluey colour. Too blue. Too dark. Too light. Too blue. Stuff it, we'll go with this. So we'll go with that. Oh, yeah, we'll go with a couple of bigger ones around it. So we'll go with... That's too big, that. That's just ridiculous. We'll go with 3, I think. And make that slightly smaller. Obviously, I've put it out of place slightly, but who cares? And then we'll put another one this side. Like so. Obviously we can make it upgrade over time if we want to, so it can start with 1 blast and then 2 blasts and then 3 blasts as you upgrade. But for now, we'll just stick with the 6 that there are on each way currently. So what I'm going to do is make a place for placing emitted things in that corner over there. I just throw them in the corner so I can go back and edit them, rather than, you know, replacing what's in the emitters every single time that I have to do this. Because that would be annoying. So we'll go with... Where are you? I've lost you now. And that's the only issue with things being very far away. So we don't want to highlight it all. We only want to highlight those 3. So we get kind of... Yeah, you know what I mean. So we'll get it there. And it should emit to the sides. So anyway, sorry about that. What we need to do is increase the speed of it. So we'll put it about 5. We'll see how that goes. The frequency will be 0 in the lifetime. Let's put it at 3, maybe 4 seconds for now. Max emitted at once is 1. Okay, maybe 10. Okay, no, 1. We want to keep it low. And that should do. So we'll see what that's like in a second, because what we need to do is make it so when it only happens when it hits the floor. So we need to get some kind of impact detection, so impact sensor. Let's see. We could time it if we were smart, but yeah. So that's probably just fired one now, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, so we'll make it so that can only be activated by doing this method, by putting it into a microchip, and then we can disable the microchip until we want it activated. So that's in there, and the way we're going to activate it is if we go to no, do we need an and? No. So if we go, this is, hang on, if we go to the one-shot switch is on, I think that's pretty much all we need, so we'll go with that. We'll try that and we'll see how it goes. And quickly test that, because I want to fine-tune it before copying it to the other side. So let's go with square, and it emitted instantly because of obvious reasons. So I think a timer is going to be the best method, but it's not at the same time. If you can think of another way to do it, just tell me. It's fine, and I'll put it in. But for now, I think what we'll do is go with a timer. I think that's the best way we're going to be able to get the best results. So we'll go with a timer. Because I can't think of any instances as in where I'm going to have it so they're going to jump off a cliff or whatever. I can't see it, so anyway. It's going to be activated when the one-shot switch is on. It's going to, you know, finish. Thanks, cat. It's going to finish about 1.6, and when it's done, it's going to reset itself. We'll see what 1.6 is like. So, can we get a test? No, you didn't want to go that time, did you? Of course not. And I know why. No, I don't know why. What's going on? That's not nice. So let's go with a one-shot switch and see what we can get from that, and see if that works. If it doesn't work, we're gonna have to watch over it like it's a little baby. So that's slightly delayed, but it's getting there. So if we go with a, we'll go with a, where are you? I forgot where I'm going now. Oh, the timer. 1.4. So if we go to the preview, and we go to jump, and bang. I think that was pretty much spot on, but I'm going to give it another extra second and see what we get from that, because it kind of bounced down into the ground. Yeah. So we'll quickly enable parent velocity, so that should... No, it's still not doing it. Okay. I think what we're going to need to do then... Ooh. I don't know. That's going to be slightly weird. I was going to say we could emit it from the... Yeah, because the Sackbot moves quite a bit, it's going to be better to emit it from this rather than the Sackbot itself. So we'll go with that idea, and we'll put it so... Oh no, because we need most of that there. We'll go and just put you here on your own. By yourself, because you're a loner. And that was my Scottish accent. It's still going down to the ground for obvious reasons, which is pretty poo actually. Well, we'll make one that only goes left and right, and we'll see how it goes in the future. I don't know why I said that, but just ignore that. Basically, I'll think of a method to do that in the next episode, because it's gone quite a bit longer than I expected. But anyway, I'm back. If you have any suggestions for this or methods, or I'll come up with some myself as well, obviously. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Send in your levels. Peace.